Hey everybody. Hey, I'm John from Legacy Woodworking Machinery. You may have talked with me once or twice on the phone before. Tonight I want to show you the jig that we built to make the double-sided raised panel door. So we're going to focus on that tonight. We're going to start by laying out our material. So here's our block. Okay, this is a 24 by 24 piece of material, and I'm going to go ahead and put some double-sided tape on it to hold it down. Let's go ahead and quickly do that. Now, everybody has a different way of putting tape down, so don't feel bad if your way of doing it is a little different than mine. It's not a big deal. All we're doing is putting down some tape to hold it in place while we cut it out. I'm just going to put 4 on the 4 corners. All right, and we'll get these pulled off real quickly here. All right. Okay, we got them double-sided taped down. We're gonna go ahead and just flip the board over. And how we're gonna orient this is just gonna make it flush up the side of our spoil board. And by doing that, we can make sure that we get a nice straight edge, which will make sure everything is beautiful and square. All right, here we are, looks great. Now we're just gonna give it a quick, make sure the tape is down nice and solid. I like to use my tape for this so you don't get slivers. So I'm just gonna rub everywhere the tape was. All right. Just a quick tip. All right, it's secured, it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and set up our offset. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our machine down this direction. All right, this is a 2-inch core box bit, not the best bit for finding your offset. So we're gonna switch that out with a point, this is a 90-degree V bit. That'll help us get a good offset reading. So with the Maverick 3x5, this has a 3 horsepower liquid cooled spindle in it. So it's quick and easy. It's a manual tool change. So we're just gonna use a couple quick wrenches. We go ahead and get that taken care of. Let's get this bit put away where it belongs. All right, let's go ahead and do this now. We're gonna just grab our keyboard here and we're gonna work this where we need it to be. Okay, so we just set our offset for our X and our Y. Now a lot of people will also like to use this laser from Laser Edge Finder. Great tool, about $180, phenomenal way to do it, but I wanted to show you that with or without this, you can get a very accurate point with your CNC machine. Okay, let's go ahead and load our code and get ready to go to work. All right, loading our code. We're gonna go over here to open in the Delta software. We're gonna go ahead and navigate to our conversational cam flash drive. We're gonna open up our code, which is called Door Fixture Complete. Here's our G-code. Now, G-code is really pretty simple. Remember in 5th grade when you said, when am I ever gonna use geometry ever again? Well, welcome to geometry. All G-code really is X, Y's, and Z coordinates inside that coordinate plane. So you can draw squares, circles, arches, anything you want, and the machine will chase those lines. That's all that G-code really is. So we're gonna take a look at it real quick. We've got it loaded, we're ready to rock and roll, right? And now we're gonna go ahead and set up our Smart tool. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna come over here to this side. We're gonna grab our pad. Okay. We're gonna put our pad down right next to the workpiece because in this case, our Z0 is on the bottom of the workpiece. So let's go ahead and get our thing set up. So first we do, lift up our Z. Okay. We're gonna move it over to our pad. Okay. All right, take a little look. Looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And we're gonna go to Smart tool. Okay, what the Smart tool is, this is gonna just auto Z. Gonna just measure our tool height. So it's gonna measure our tool height here, then we'll measure it again over here in the home location. That's gonna allow us to swap cutters during the program without having to readjust and do any measurement. Makes it simple. All right, we're gonna go ahead and say multiple tools, and it's gonna go to work. You're gonna see that happening right here. It's gonna touch and then touch again. We're gonna lift it up, put that back in its home cradle. It even tells us, move it to the home position, and then go ahead and press continue. Now it's gonna go ahead and probe here. So it's a really quick, really fast operation, and it zeroes everything for us perfectly. Okay, as soon as it's done, we're getting ready to go to work. All right, with everything measured, our X coordinate and our Y coordinate set at 0, our Z0 set to the bottom of the workpiece, and the material secured to the machine, it's time to hit go. All right, let's take off our waste material right here. So we're gonna pop it off. And notice how those boards on the inside, those are my wedges, how they just stayed right in there. Now, that's one of the coolest things about using a downcut spiral bit, is that your parts oftentimes don't need any tape at all. You'll notice how there's a little bit of tape here, no tape on this one, a little bit of tape on this one. But for the most part, these are tapeless and just held in place by the sawdust that was created when the part was cut. All right, so this is our door fixture. The whole point of it is to give us two positive stops, okay? The little cutout here, the little dog bone, is to make sure that we don't have any sawdust that's gonna keep it from holding tight. Let's go ahead and mount it. We're gonna use the brass inserts that are already in there. This makes sure we have great and perfect alignment. Again, we want to make sure that our board is as square as possible, and the best way to do that is by using our brass inserts. Okay, let's go ahead and just zip these in. Nice and snug. Okay, let's show you how the jig works. So if we're going to cut the top side of the door, we can slide it over to this edge right here. Put in these angular pieces, which some of you might have been wondering why we were cutting those. So we're cutting them to be a little wedge. A couple of taps with a mallet, and your material is tight, solid, and ready to machine. No double-sided tape or any other fixturing necessary. Okay. All right, let's pop that apart. Okay. Now our 0 is in this corner here. So when we flip it over, you'll notice that our 0 can again have the same positive stop on that same corner point. So our reference doesn't change as we flip it from side to side. Okay. Put those together. Another quick tap. Okay. All right, and the back side of a door is ready to go. Now, why is it so important to make sure we have our 0 on the same side every time? Let's talk about that a little bit. So if you've ever made raised panel doors and had to install the European hinges, you notice the most important thing about those is the offset from the edge of the door to the beginning of this larger circle. What we're doing here, by making sure that our 0, 0 is in the same point right here on both sides, and we know that it's going to be perfect every single time.